Oh yeah. Hello everyone. I'm just gonna wait for a few people to join this chat while I figure out what this chat feature is. How can I use it? Let me just check. Just give me a yes or a no if you can listen to me, if you can see. Yes. So the chat is on now. So hopefully you can see me now. Again, just give me a thumbs up or something so I can know that this is live. Although I can see on my screen. Yes, this is the first live stream on this channel. Been waiting to do it. I've done one before, but this for the first time I've done like a one-on-one session with the viewers. So yeah, I'm excited. I'm ready to see how we can take this chat forward. But I just want to give an update, what's happening, what's coming up. Maybe we can do this weekly sessions where I can come over and answer some car questions also. And yes, currently I'm sitting in this Ford F-150 Lariat. So yeah, I've just finished testing this car. I've filmed the review also. It's gonna come out next week as usual. Every Friday the review comes out, so just keep an eye out for that too. This one is, yeah, the F-150 is just very good, and especially the Lariat, this package, and it's got so many different things. I'm sure you all are constantly watching the shorts where I'm uploading a lot of features on this car, like this folding gear lever along with this table, portable table that comes up. And also there is this rear seats that fold up completely. Even the driver side seat can just fold down completely, and you can make a bed on this. Actually, you can make a bed. But yeah, so far it's not bad, and I've got a 900 kilometers of range on this car. Yeah, so it's got like 136 liters of fuel tank on this. But anyways, yeah, this is just the car right now. Next week there is a Buick coming up. After that there's a Chevrolet. I'm not going to reveal the names, but yeah, these are the brands that are coming up. Then there is also a Hyundai that's coming up. Then the new Nissan Kicks, that's also coming up. And after that there is the Nissan Rogue, and that Rogue actually is coming for a long term, so it's going to stay there for like 20 days. It's going to be with me, so it's all over the Christmas break also. So I'll have more time to spend with that car, and I'm gonna just make sure I do some more things with it. But yeah, I'll try to do a lot more things with that car too. But I'm here to answer any of your questions if ever. But let me just show you around because it's a very dull day today. Like you can see, there is a lot of rain today. Let me just pan over. Just give me a thumbs up if you can listen to the audio, and also if you can see the video properly. This is my first time. I'm just setting up everything here, so I'm making sure that from next time onwards we don't have any issues. But yeah, this is just, and then let me show you the car. Oh, this is not mine, this is my wife's. This is telling about, so you can fold this, fold up, and so are the pedals. So even the pedals can be moved, like they go You see that? Back and forth. Yeah, a lot of things are electronic on this. It's got like even the steering moves electronically. And then are those rear seats, they fold up completely and the floor can become like literally flat. So let me just over and put this back. Oops. So if you have any suggestions on what should I be adding to the videos, do let me know that. Write it down in the comments. I'm listening to that too, and I'm trying to incorporate those ideas into the videos also, so that I want to make sure that the reviews that come out are more detailed and whatever you're looking for. Like one of the suggestions was that I should add a sound sample whenever I'm reviewing a car to just explain what's the sound like inside the car. I mean that's a good suggestion, and I think I'll definitely try to get that so that yeah, you guys can even listen to an audio sample inside the car too. So yeah, I'm gonna introduce that one and any other examples. I was also thinking of doing the point of view videos of just going on a drive, like mounting a camera here somewhere or just on the roof or on the sides, and then just taking you all on for a drive around the countryside outside of the city, show you the roads, and maybe during the winter especially because it just becomes so beautiful. So I might as well just add one more sort of different style of video to the channel also. So that would be like a point of view, but yes, let me know in the comments also, whenever on this video, on the other videos or the review videos, wherever you guys want to send in any suggestions, then do let me know. But yeah, let me show you the key of the this phone also. Might as well just do that so far. So yeah, this is the key. Unlock, lock, and then this is when you press this button 2 times so it can switch on the engine. So it's got the remote engine start, and then this drops the tailgate, and this red button, when you press it, it's gonna beep the car so that if you park the car somewhere in a parking lot, then it's just easier to find it. Just move away from the camera because I feel I'm just too inside the camera. And yeah, I'm also wondering if anybody wants to understand how to start a journey on YouTube, especially related to maybe cars. Then I can even do more live sessions explaining that too, like how everything works. Because yeah, it might seem a little difficult to approach how to start from what point, because I keep getting a lot of messages on Instagram that, hey, I want to try and test this car, my profile is for that, and how should I do it. But then yeah, there are certain techniques using which you can so first thing is like make a portfolio, proper ones with cars on your profile, of course, and with you, and having a face is the most ideal way to start. Then start approaching different brands about how to get those cars. Some would start on a test basis, some would be willing to just work right away. But yes, and essentially, how do you put a review together? What to say, what not to say? I mean, what not to say is not really that important, because what you say is more important. Is you have to be responsible, and you have to thoroughly test the cars and then come out with a solid feedback, and just not random where you're just driving the car for half an hour and then you just say, oh, this is not good, this is there are certain ways why certain things are on a car. Sometimes they make sense, sometimes they don't, but that's the point, right? That's when you test the cars, is what you get the differences for the audience, for your viewers who are going to watch it, because eventually they are going to watch these videos and they're going to decide on buying a product. And end of the day, the brands also want to make sure that it's fair enough, and it should always be like that. And criticism, yes, should always happen. It should not be that you only say good things about a car, but you can always even say, like, yeah, if a car genuinely is yeah, not good enough, then you can always raise those points. Like, even in the last review about the Cadillac XT6 that I did, not the Cadillac XT6, the GMC Acadia that I did. I've uploaded a few shots also about that too. So some of the bits did not, make sense. Like the headlight stock is not there on the car, and the dial also is in there. So all of that is removed and put into the touch screen. Now, that is something that does not make sense at all. And plus the parking switch, the emergency parking button, the hazard light button, not the parking switch, the hazard light button, that is not located anywhere at your eye level. It's located on the roof. Again, that's one of the things, like, as a safety perspective, because whenever there's an emergency, you have sort of muscle memory by driving so many cars, that it's either somewhere closer to, like, the infotainment screen, or somewhere at the bottom, or sometimes on the left side, sometimes on the right side, but it's there at your eye level. But this was right there on the roof. So when it's there on the roof, yeah, it's a difficult thing, especially when there is an emergency. You may want to train yourself. You will eventually become used to that, but yeah, that's something that you have to unlearn and learn on some of these cars. And some of the features, yeah, sometimes just don't make sense. So yeah, those things that, particularly like now this car that I'm the F-150, like, everything has been like well organized in that sense. There are lots of buttons, like plenty of buttons, but all of those buttons are actually organized in a very well, sorted manner. So, like, the air conditioning has like one dedicated section, and then all the driver related options are all around the driver, so around the steering wheel. So that's actually quite useful, because when you're driving, you just want everything near to you ergonomically. So so these are the sort of things that you pick up when you are testing a car, and then you start formulating the base from that. So first you just go by the looks, how practical the car is to just sit inside and have a look, and then you start driving it, testing it dynamically, how it makes sense, how comfortable it is, braking. So there are lots of off-screen things that I do with the car too, that I cannot unfortunately get every single time, every single thing, because then the videos would become very long. After that, it might go like 1+ hour. So I try to stick to around the 35-40 minute mark. Sometimes I do shoot those mark also when there are like 3 rows of cars. So yeah, but I tend to stick around the 35 to 40 minute mark. And as I was saying, yes, there are things like, how do you get into the car, how easy it is to get into the third row of seats. Sometimes the brakes are something that's, the car appears very well, it's got the best tech, but when you apply the brakes, yeah, they are not that great. So again, and then the modern day cars also have the electronic steering, so that's another aspect of testing it. And once you switch the car to different driving modes, which again I sort of do it off screen, but if there is like a remarkable difference, is when I actually get it on the screen. But if there isn't much difference, then there is no point in discussing that, oh, the steering also changes the nature. Yes, it does change the nature, but it's just very minute that you wouldn't even be able to pick it up on a day-to-day driving. So the steering, when it's electronic, is what you test inside the city limits. is maybe how easy it is to maneuver the car, and yeah, how the whole package responds. And then there are like 10 speed gearboxes, and then 6 speed varies from 6 to 10. So even those things are something that you can test out. But yeah, the basic point uh, of this live session was to develop on ideas. If you may have any suggestions on what sort of live sessions we can do, I can maybe do a live session and just go for a drive one of those days, like today when it's raining. I don't know if you guys still want to go for a short drive. I can still manage to do it. Maybe I can just start the front camera and go around, taking some, yeah, drive, and then see for yourself. But again, let me know in the comment section, like, do you want me to do that? Then I'll live session is more, I want to keep it one-on-one, where you can keep asking questions. If you have any questions about any car related, if you're going to be buying a car, or if you have an existing car which maybe has some issues and you want to know what can be done, I'm here to help out, which is like if it's in my capacity, because I've interacted with a fair few cars, but I don't know if I'm always correct all the time, because even I usually sit around the cars for 2 days. I test them 3 days sometimes thoroughly, driving it, sitting inside, doing every single thing that you would usually do in a car when you buy it. So you would, the major areas are the cabin inside. Looks, you're not going to see your car every day because you're going to be sitting inside the car and driving it. It's people who are going to look at the car from outside. So yeah, that looks are something which is very subjective. But yes, interior space is something that what you are going to be interacting, especially as a driver, you are going to be interacting with the car. So that point is something which is much more important. As passengers, how is it, and even for the rear passengers, spacious, all of that. So that usually takes some hours and a day or two to just figure out everything, because there are so many hidden features, as I said, inside the car, and it takes a few sessions before you start noticing, like, oh, this is there. Like in Honda Ridgeline, I actually missed a point in showing in the review, which was the fact that the tailgate also opens sideways, and also it folds, like collapses. But yeah, that was something which I realized after the review was filmed, is when I noticed that, oh yes, this can happen, because the we usually get do not have any of these things mentioned. So most of the times it's like an unknown paper, unknown test that you are preparing for. The syllabus is every day, get every week going around a new car and checking out everything. You're like an inspector, and then figuring out every feature, because it's written on the spec sheet, like it's got like maybe some sort of a feature, and every brand has a name for different features. So for example, for cruise control, um so an autonomous cruise control, like in Ford it's called Blue Cruise, in GM products it's called Super Cruise, but it's essentially the same thing as a feature, but they name it differently. So obviously, for the proprietary purposes, like everyone's got a different name to that. So yes, but the function is the same. It's exactly the same on both the cars. It automatically drives the car on highways. You leave your hands and then you can just chill, and the car will drive itself. But yeah, so those are things. Sorry, I just keep swinging between so many things, like, and you must be wondering what this session is about. It's again just to, because this is my first ever live session that I'm doing, and which is why I just wanted to um make sure I set up everything. I just discuss it out and put it forward. And yeah, if you have any suggestions, then do let me know, because I would love to incorporate them into the videos. And again, I'm gonna do more of these live sessions, and I'm from next time onwards I also get some news, like top 5 news from the week, and then we'll discuss that too. And then we'll have like a question sessions also. If you have, as I said, any doubts about your car, we'll discuss that too. And after that, maybe, yeah, we can just go around on a drive cruise. I'll put the front camera, and then we can have a lot more chat after that too. But yeah, that's, I think, so far it for this live session. And it's getting dark also, and it's getting very cold. I'm gonna head back inside. But yeah, this Ford is going to go back tomorrow, and then, as I said, a Buick is coming up. Which Buick, I'm gonna reveal it tomorrow itself. But anyways, have a good Sunday. And probably in some of the parts of the world, the Sunday is already over. But yes, for us here in North America, it's still evening, about 4:30. So yeah, and 4:30 it gets dark now. So yeah, I'm just gonna head inside and see you next week, a live session, and also in the next review, which is about this Ford F-150. Anyways, see you. Take care. Have a good evening and a great next week.